to another video. As you guys can see, you got Invincible Compendium One. It was recommended to me by one of you guys, and I did not know what I was getting into. I didn't know it was all this. So we will be on this for a minute. As always, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment, and we'll get started. Issue 1. See Mark flying away, holding a guy who looks like he has a bomb strapped to his chest. You know, Mark says, you really ruined my afternoon. He flies up, holding the guy, and he tosses him away. Well, now that I've got you all to myself, Mark throws him away. You see that the timer is about to go off, and the bomb goes off. The guy blows up, and Mark, in the last radius, launches Mark to the ground where it's snow. And he climbs out of the snow, stands to his feet, and he sighs, flies away, and he says, if I keep this up, I'm going to give myself a heart attack. We go back to 4 months ago. His mother's knocking on the door, saying, if you keep that up, you're going to give yourself a heart attack. You see Mark, he's in the bathroom, reading a comic, and he says, Jesus, Mom, I'm just reading a comic book. I'll be out in a minute. She says, well, you need to stop reading that comic book and start getting ready. You're going to be late for school. Don't worry, I won't be late. We see him coming downstairs into the kitchen, and he says, see, what did I tell you? She says, ready, with 10 minutes to spare. I should never have doubted you, son. Where's Dad at? Did he come home last night? No, he's had a lot of trouble at work lately. I just wish I knew where he was. Can you turn on the TV, please? He asks. Sure. They turn on the TV to see Omni-Man fighting a dragon. We hear the reporter saying, using a dragon-like monster to enslave a portion of Taiwan. New reports reveal the blurred figure seen in this amateur photograph to be none other than Omni-Man, defender of democracy. Eyewitness reports are that the battle has been raging for nearly 10 hours, destroying portions of the town in its wake. Stay tuned to Channel 6 Action News for any further information. Mark says, well, now you know where he is. His mom says, I hope he brings back something nice for me. I've never been to Taiwan. We fast forward to Mark getting out of school, and he says, his friend says, hey Mark, wait up. Oh, hey William, what's up? A few of us are gonna go hang out at Shenanigans tonight. Do you want to tag along? No can do, pal. I've got to be at Burger Mart in about 20 minutes. Oh yeah, forgot about you having the job. Sucks to be you. Thanks, man. I'll see you later. We see Mark working and taking out the trash at Burger Mart. He goes to the dumpster, lifts it up, and then he looks into the sky. And then he tosses the trash into the sky, the trash bag into the sky. And he looks amazed. And he says, "It's about time." We skip to Mark and his mother about to have dinner. "Let's go ahead and start," his mother says. "It doesn't look like he's going to be home anytime soon." "I had a pretty interesting day," Mark starts. Just then his dad swoops in, sits in the seat. "Sorry I'm late. There was an enchanted flood in Egypt I had to deal with on the way over." His mom asks, "Did you take care of that dragon?" "Yeah. Once I found out who was controlling the thing, there wasn't much to it. The hard part was keeping the civilians safe while I figured out who was behind it all." Mark's mother says, "Your publisher called. He wanted to check and see how the next book was coming along. I told him you were on one of your research trips." Mark's dad says, "I guess I'll take a day off this weekend and write a book for them. I'll have to pick up a couple spare keyboards. I hope the Guardians of the Globe can cover for me." "So, how was your day, Mark?" "Fine. I think I'm finally getting superpowers." "That's nice," his mom says. "Can you pass the potatoes?" At night, Mark is on his roof, the roof of his house, and he says, "Okay, Dad says it's a reflex, so if I can fly, it should just happen when I jump off. As long as I have my dad's invulnerability, this shouldn't even hurt if I hit the ground. But if I can't fly yet, then it's possible that I'm not invulnerable yet." "Oh, what the heck?" He jumps off the roof and he prays for the best. He opens his eyes and he says, "Whoa." He starts flying. Too cool. Fast forward again. "Boy, we really screwed that one up." We see 3 men running away from a cop car. It looks like one of them covered in stone. One the regular guy says, "We?" The rock guy says, "Oh, so it's my fault the cops showed up so quick?" The guy responds with, "It was a diamond heist. We knew there would be cops there. Why do you think we brought you along? You were there to take care of the cops so we could calmly make our getaway. You weren't supposed to run with us, you idiot. Just because bullets bounce off me doesn't mean they feel like back rubs. There were at least 6 cops back there ready to open fire. Besides, they won't catch us. Whatever. Just get us over that fence." The rock guy grabs both of them and leaps over the fence, only to get whacked by what looks to be Mark in a very amateur outfit. He stomps on the rock guy's chest, and the rock guy punches him and says, "Who the hell are you? Are you trying to stop us or rob us?" Mark punches him, knocking all of the stone off of his face. "Sorry about that. I guess the outfit could be a bit misleading. I'm sure my intentions are clear now." We see that he has some cheap goggles, a handkerchief for a face mask, orange shirt, a orange long sleeve shirt, blue pants, and yellow gloves. And he looks over and sees his dad watching the whole thing. What in God's name are you wearing? And isn't it a bit early to be doing this? You've had your powers for what, a week? 2 weeks, actually. I'm still getting the hang of it. I've been wearing this when I practice flying so people won't recognize me. I spotted these guys and just couldn't let them get away. His dad says, well, I can't have you running around looking that ridiculous. It sounds like the police are here to pick up these sleeping beauties. So come on. They both fly away. And Mark's dad says, I'm going to introduce you to a guy that can help you out. Prom dresses by day, nuclear-powered suits of armor by night. You see that they're at a tailor shop. The guy they come to see says, with your standard spandex number thrown in every now and then for good measure. I've had this secret workshop here forever. Mark's dad says, well, how does it feel? We see Mark in an orange and yellow superhero suit. And he says, I don't know about this orange and yellow. I mean, it sings, but I don't think it's the tune we're looking for. And what's with all these weird disc things? The tailor says, they're solar batteries. I designed that costume back when I was under the impression that you and your dad's powers were solar power based. It's a common mistake, Mark's dad says. Don't worry about it. Crap. Gridlock is tearing up the East Side Bridge. I've got to go. Taylor says, use the north, and then his dad is gone. Hatch. Never mind. Mark says, sorry about that. You get used to it after a while. And Taylor says, you don't have to apologize to me. I've been working with your father for years. I know he has bigger priorities than looking at silly clothes. So what do you think of the costume? Be honest. I don't know. It just doesn't seem iconic. Do you know what I mean? Taylor says, all too well. I hear that all the time. Everyone wants iconic costumes, but no one knows what that means. Look, iconic is a little tricky to do, but your dad is, well, your dad. So I'll give it a shot, but I'm going to need to know what your name is going to be. That helps. Have you decided on a name yet? No, I haven't even really thought about it. Well, see if you can come up with a few good ones before you come back here. Then we'll see if I can whip up something more iconic based on the name. We fast forward to Mark in school. Okay, we're closing. We're closing in on the end of the period, and I can tell by how many of you are done that you need more time. Looks like they're taking a test. Go ahead and take them home to finish. Just make sure you don't thank me for my sympathy by not doing the work tonight. One guy gets up and says, screw that. I've got football practice tonight. Girl responds, but I thought we were going out for pizza. Trust me, babe, I'm not in it for the pizza. The teacher says, "Can you stay after class, Derek? I need to speak with you." What did I do? Well, Mark is at his locker and he overhears some conversations, and one guy's saying, "So, you think you can say that again? And this time, say it to my face." The kid responds, "Just leave me alone." Looks like a bully picking on some kid. "Not so brave when I'm right here in front of you, are you?" Mark intervenes and he says, "Hey man, why don't you listen to the guy and just leave him alone? What are you trying to prove?" The bully responds, "What's the matter? You feeling left out or something?" He grabs Mark by the shoulder. "Well, I'm sure I can make you feel included. How's this?" He shoves Mark, and Mark jams into the locker, dents the locker. Looks like he knocks the bully out. Mark says, "Don't mess with him again." And it looks like an adult comes along and says, "What the heck is going on here?" And then we skip to the principal's office. "Just tell me what happened, Mr. Grayson." Mark explains he was picking on Steve White, the kid who has the locker next to me. I asked him to leave Steve alone, so he pushed me. Then I pushed him back. I didn't mean to hurt him. That boy has a history of causing trouble. You don't. You're a good kid, Mark. I don't want to see you start down that path. Don't worry about that. My nose is deep in the books. I've got to get into a good college next year. I know how important this stuff is. I just don't like watching kids getting picked on. I understand that. And to be quite honest, I condone it. But you should have gotten a teacher or one of the security guards. That boy was almost twice your size. It's not your responsibility to protect the other kids here. You're not invincible, you know. Mark's eyes light up. We skip to a bank, and it looks like the bank is being robbed. Nobody moves, nobody gets hurt. We want your money, not your lives. It's all here, one of the bank workers says as he hands him a case. Looks like something valuable. It better be, or we'll be back. Come on, guys, we're out of here. They run out of the building, starting to run down the street. Come on, the cops must be on their way by now. One of the robbers runs to an old lady and shouts out the way. Move. He runs out to the street in front of cars, just barely missing them. They start dodging through crowds of people, and then they hit the corner. See one of their guys running the opposite way as them. Steve? Then they look up, and then they see Invincible hovering in front of them, holding their getaway car. You guys looking for this? Invincible is Mark. Drop it, freak, or we'll blow you away, as one of the robbers points their gun towards them. And Mark responds, or Invincible responds with, I wouldn't try that. I'm invincible. Okay. This is issue 2. I'm going to stop here and start back up at issue 2 in the next video. Remember, guys, like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what you guys think about how I'm doing things. All right. See you.